Good morning, student. I hope you must have had a good breakfast. And now, let us begin our journey towards Alibaug. Let us enter into the bus and please take your seat. Now here, student, as we are moving, you could see from both the side, this is Mumbai-Pune Expressway. And already we have left Pune, and you see now the amount of houses are reducing, and we are moving towards the climb. Both the side you could see now the mountains. These are the offspring of Sahyadris. My dear student, these Sahyadris slopes towards the east it is gentle slope, and towards the west it has steep slope. And therefore, my dear student, towards the west the river which flows, they are short and they flow with high speed. But towards towards the east, the slope is gentle, and therefore they flow gently. Here you could see this type of soil, my dear student, is that black regular soil. It is also called as cotton soil. Cotton soil. Okay, so in this soil, if you see the vegetation, dear student, plenty of trees, thick, lush green trees, and mostly the forest over here is the teak forest. This forest is a type of forest is called deciduous forest. The peculiarity of this teak tree is that during the autumn, the leaves are shed. They shed their leaves in order to retain water during the summer. So this is the type of black regular soil. As we get down to the ghats, dear student, we will see the type of soil is red. We will come back to this again. So we see the slope, as I have told you, gentle and steep slope. The type of crops in this region is sugarcane, and the fruits cultivated over here is a variety of sweet limes and different types of fruits. Land under irrigation over here is large, and therefore sugarcane, as I told you, is the major crop over here. And around the vicinity of Pune, we can see lot of sugar factories over here. Then now we are going to halt at Lonavla. Lonavla is a hill station. Lonavla and Khandala is attached to each other, close by to each other, and you must have heard the famous of Lonavla is Lonavla Chitti. Do you like that? Surely, yes. And then we, in between Lonavla and Khandala, a point called Ragmachi. So if you could see the point over here in the book, Ragmachi point, you please refer page number 5 and 6. Ragmachi point. Bolo. From here, my dear student, we can see the sunset towards the western side. Towards the east, it is gentle slope. Towards the west, it is a steep slope. So this is Ragmachi point. Many visitors visit this point. And towards the eastern side, if you could see the deep valley, in the deep valley, this is a waterfall. This waterfall is called Necklace Waterfall. during the monsoon this flows, and to see this scenario, it's awesome. My dear students, now we have started our journey further and we are getting down to the ghats now. You see how the turns are of the ghats, and we are getting down the ghats. So many trees around, the thick forest, and now we have almost come down to the ghats. Now I would like to ask you the question: what type of soil color you could see over here? The soil color is red. Why is that? Is because now we are moving towards the coastal region. And do you feel now very hot? Yes. Is it your body is feeling sticky? Yes. That is because of we are moving towards the coastal region, and coastal weather is hot and humid. Because of this humidity, we feel perspiring and sweaty. And the type of soil I told you, it is red soil, and therefore the cropping pattern is, I told you, that paddy. That means the rice cultivation is done on a, so red soil cultivates a lot of paddy and rice is cultivated. Why is this? That is because the relief in this region is very high. The rain is very high. As we were in Pune, the rain is moderate, but in this region, it rains very heavily, and therefore paddy is the main crop over here. Varieties of fruits we could see, especially we could see arak nut means supari, my dear student, and plenty jackfruits and varieties of fruits which you get in Konkan region. Now we are moving towards Konkan and we are very close to Alibaug. May I ask you, Alibaug has a sea. How many of you have not seen the sea? Okay, so now some of you must be visiting the sea for the first time. May I ask you what is the name of the sea which we are going to see? Yes, it is Arabian Sea, and it is the coastal region, as I told you. Therefore, plenty of greenery and plenty of fruits are cultivated over here. The red soil slope. Now you will not find any slope over here since we have come on the plains. The crops, rice, fruits I told you, and land under irrigation. Here, my dear student, plenty of rainfall is there. Therefore, the water is being stored. Plenty of lakes are seen, and this water is irrigated, and plenty of vegetable and fruits are grown. As my dear student, you could see around plenty of greenery and thick vegetation. Here you could see the devrais. Now, what do you mean by devrai? Is that the temple in between, and around the temple, plenty of herbal trees and other trees, varieties, and the villagers are not allowed to cut these trees at all, and therefore they grow very thick, and only they are used for medicinal purpose. So this is called devrai. The next picture which you could see here is one rai. One rai means, as you see from the bus, both the side, thick forest. This is called one rai. And Saint Tukaram has rightly said that Rukshavalli Ama Soyere Vanachare, which means the greenery is our relatives, and therefore we must protect them, we must conserve them. My dear student, now we have almost reached Alibaug, and uh, immediately I would like to take you to Alibaug fort, which is called Kolaba fort. So this is Kolaba fort, which is a sea fort, which is built in in the sea over the cliff. We have studied what is cliff in ninth standard, my dear student. Over the cliff, this sea fort is been built. And how to go over here is that during the low tide we can walk, because the water of the seas goes backward, then we can walk and go inside. But during the high tide we cannot go inside. If you go and you don't return, then you are stuck till the next low tide. Therefore you must see the timings of high tide and low tide, count it, go there, just see the fort and come back on time. Okay, so now my dear student, my dear students, now we are on the seashore, Alibaug beach. From here you can also enjoy the sunset, you can play horse, you can ride horse or the carts, and different games are over here, water games are over here. So my dear student, this is a beach, uh, you enjoy it. But I would also like to tell you about this sea fort which I told you. Close by over here, one more sea fort is there. It's called Janjira Fort. Janjira Fort was won by Siddhi Johar. He owned it, and Shivaji Maharaj tried to conquer Siddhi Johar, but till his lifespan he could not. Why was that? Because Janjira Fort is also on a sea cliff, on the rock, and all around the water of Arabian Sea. To go over here, we have to go by the boat or the cruise, and you go around the sea fort, my dear student, and you will not notice from where to enter. The entrance gate is not visible at all. It is built in such a way that you go round and round and round, and you will not know how to enter. As you go inside, there are quite a many cannons are kept on the forts, so that if the enemy comes from any side, the cannons are blasted and enemy is drowned in the sea. Shivaji Maharaj tried to conquer this, but he failed. So my dear student, Alibaug is green and so many clean beaches around Alibaug. We can have a bath in it and enjoy the beaches. That's all. Now, my dear student, I would like to, my dear students, now we have almost finished our field visit, and now we are going to go back, return our journey. As we reach back, I want you to do certain tasks. First of all, you must write a report on your field visit. You must have collected quite a many samples, shells and conches and pebbles and stones. These you preserve it, write something on it. And I also want you to prepare a questionnaire about this field visit. So have a nice time. Good day to you.